What is going on, Joe? How have you been?
We're not the eve, but it is the kickoff of the Little League World Series. I believe Bernie is set to play on Friday.
That's right, man. They look good in the uniforms, man. All
Yeah.
dressed out in orange. That's a good color, baby. It's like a UT color, like a burnt orange type of thing.
Yeah, got video of a man jumping into the Riverwalk.
I remember I had coworkers who fell into the river and got fired. We can talk about that.
Yeah, we got some fights erupting over at the Cowboys practice, should I say?
Man, I thought the mayor of San Antonio was just for 2 years. It's
No.
4? We're
4
stuck with her
years.
till 2029? Good grief.
It's a long time, dude. Yeah,
Wemby will
again,
be in the prime of his career by then.
I'm looking at all the stuff that's popping off, man. And we got El Capitan, Wemby. Mira, Wemby. And look at Sean's in the house. Waterburger, can I take y'all's order? I'm like, I go from a different color orange. Now it's like burnt orange.
Joe, I
Yeah,
haven't
UT
eaten
colors.
in 20 hours, Joe. It's not an intentional fast. I'm just not hungry.
Yeah.
I'll get on
Haven't
something
been
in a
hungry,
little
dude.
bit.
Ever since I got on that GLP-1, you don't get hungry no more.
Area 210, where the dreams don't fade. From the river walk nights to the Alamo shade, we rise together through the highs and the lows. Area 210, oh, it's the life that we chose.
We're rising together in San Antonio and in Conroe, Texas. What's going on? This is the Area 210 podcast, powered by PF Chang's La Cantera and Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. My name is Mike Jimenez. It's Joe Garcia. We talk sports and pop culture for about an hour and a half, Monday through Friday. More than 3,000 YouTube subscribers strong. You can catch us on Facebook and on Twitter as well, other streaming platforms as well. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. Lots to get into today. Joe, how excited are you that the Cowboys and Saints were fired up yesterday, baby? They were fired up. 6 fights, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5. They had 6 fights on the field during practice yesterday. Is that a good or a bad thing? We'll get into that. The mayor of San Antonio, Gino Ortiz Jones, on the rampage again when it comes to going against the Spurs and the upcoming arena and entertainment district. I make an apology to a city councilman because I made a mistake. You'll have to throw the chancla at me. We'll get into that as well. Lots to get into today. Joe, how you feeling, my man?
You're feeling good. I'm still looking at the video of the Cowboys dust up at the practice against the Saints. It's funny, man.
Well, let's get into that. Let's go ahead and show it, man. Let's go ahead and show it. This was practice yesterday, and lots of people were up in arms about all this because it started often and early yesterday when it came to all the fights on the field there between the Cowboys and Saints. It was a joint session, a joint practice between the two teams. They're not rivals or anything like that, but we're looking at Brock Rechsteiner, the son of WWE Hall of Famer Scott Steiner and cousin of WWE star Braun Breaker, getting into a dust up there with the Cowboys, getting a body slam in at that. Let's take a look. This is courtesy of Ari Melrov at My Sports Update. That was the first of 6 fights. The first of 6 fights. That's what got it started, Joe. And that Saints player didn't start it, by the way. He ended it, but he didn't start it. He was grabbed by the face mask and them fighting words on a football field if he grabs him by the face mask. But Joe, a lot of people were clutching pearls yesterday, saying, "Oh, they shouldn't have joint practices and things like that."
Oh man.
But you saw what the Cowboys had to say after the practice, and what the Saints had to say after the practice. The Saints' young quarterback Tyler Shaw going out there and saying, "I was so happy about this. We're so excited." It just shows that the Cowboys and Saints are both fired up for this season, and they're going to be taking crap from nobody. You know what? Applause to both teams, Cowboys and Saints, for showing some balls, showing some heart, showing some grit, and not backing down the entire day. That right there, iron sharpens iron, Joe. I'm completely happy with what happened yesterday on the practice field, Joe.
I mean, you like to see some passion out of the, Cowboys and the Saints. I mean, at least there's something happening. They're getting at it early in practice. I mean, it's funny. It's comical.
Yeah.
It's a practice, man. Like nobody cares. Like, why is everybody so heated? Probably somebody out there said something. The other guy goes, oh, gets all upset and lets him get under their skin. And there we go. And what's with the air horn? Like the air horn's gonna stop anything. Beep, beep. And then at the very end, you hear somebody yelling, "Get in there! Get in there!" I'm just like, come on, man.
Grade the suplex, by the way.
It was not
Grade the
bad.
suplex.
It was all right, but it was
people
like
on
you
the
said, it was kind of weak, man. It wasn't a full-on suplex.
people on the chat saying that it was a weak suplex. Okay, if he had done an actual suplex,
Probably would have.
brought him all the way up, Joe, that guy would be suspended for weeks.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so you
dude.
can't just do it. But on the spot, Joe, unexpected, unscripted. Hey, man, not bad, not bad. I liked it, Joe.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Saints quarterback coming out and saying that this is hyping him up for the season? That he sees his team is coming together, defending each other. They have each other's backs. BS or no?
That's BS. He knows damn well they ain't got nothing to play for, man. This is probably the height of their season right here, getting in this dust up. Shut up. Who's their quarterback? Who's going to be their QB1?
Tyler Shaw, baby, for show.
Who?
He's actually the reporters out there are basically saying that he's looking pretty good, and I've never bought into him as a pick. Never did. Kind of an old draft pick, right? You usually draft guys that are 21, 22 years old, and they brought him in at like 26, 27. Saints lost Alvin Kamara, by the way, according to Adam Schefter on ESPN right now. Out for at least a month with a sprained MCL. I don't know, man. That's one of the biggest weapons for the team. So, is what it is, man. Maybe Tyler Shaw is just playing PR right now. But he said more than what Dak Prescott would ever say, right? I'm sure they asked Dak Prescott about what went on, and Dak Prescott said nothing, right? Because Dak Prescott has never said anything of any substance in any interview he's ever done. Ever. Ever. But I like the dust up, Joe. I like the fire. I think both teams are heading in the right direction. I think the Cowboys are taking the elevator up a lot faster than the Saints are right now. But I cannot believe I'm buying into the Cowboys right now.
Oh.
I'm not buying into them being like division champs or anything like that. What I'm saying is that it's not out of the realm of possibility. Is what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is you're going to be watching the games even more.
Jerry has brought hope to I watch three teams pretty religiously, man. I watch the Saints.
And one of those is the Cowboys
and the Texans, right? Because we talk about the Cowboys on this podcast all day long.
You watch the Cowboys more than the Saints. You're a fan, Mike. I already told you this.
I watch the Saints play every Sunday as well, man. It just is what it is. I watch my team, but at some point when the team is 3-7, you kind of taper off a little bit, man. It just is what it is. But Jerry Jones tries to sell hope every offseason, even when he knows that there's no hope there. Even when he knows last season selling hope, even though you knew that defense was god awful and it ended up being the worst defense in the entire NFL. But this year's hope that he's selling is legit. They brought in Von Miller. He might be 37 years old. They brought in a crafty veteran in Von Miller. They draft Caleb Downs. They bring in Rashad Gary. They bring in a lot of different players that have the makings of not a good defense. They have the makings of a decent defense. And if you can provide Dak that high powered offense of George Pickens, of CeeDee Lamb and Dak and all those guys, if you provide a very good offense with an average defense, you have chances to win games, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that the Cowboys defense is going to be stellar because it probably won't be. But
And did you hear?
as long as it's average, Joe, they're making the playoffs.
Did you hear this story with Von Miller? This is going to be courtesy of John Machota, and this is basically saying that Von Miller ran into Dak at Vegas. He said like a month ago, and he said Dak was sitting at the high limit gambling table, and he sat down with Dak, and they just started gambling together and talking. And he was like, "Hey, man, you can see it here." He says, "About time, Dak. It's about time you go to break through with one of these teams." He goes, "You got to break through one of these years." He goes, "I think this year you'll be able to do it. You got everybody to do it." And he goes on to say that he didn't have an inkling to be a Dallas Cowboy. Just kind of things just happened naturally. So there you go. You could say that maybe that chance meeting with Dak maybe sweeten the deal a little bit. He's like, you know what? Might not be too bad to be a Dallas Cowboy. Maybe he hit it off with Dakota Rain Prescott.
Well, the interesting thing, Joe, and I don't know if these rumors are true, but I see them all over the place, and AI is kind of confirming this, right? Ask Rock what happened. Von Miller's baby mama is dating who? Allegedly.
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb. How's that for some locker room drama there? CeeDee Lamb caught holding hands and canoodling, if you will, with Von Miller's ex. And then he signs with the Cowboys. You think he's doing one of these? CD?
What's he gonna be like? It's just leftovers, bro. It's all good.
Uh, the drama is what's there, man. It's kind of funny, man. And when CD finds out that Von Miller signs with the Cowboys, is he like, oh shit? What do you do, man?
Keep it in the family. Look at Tony says
By
it's
the
all
way,
good, Mike.
dollar for cursing. My bad. Dollar for cursing.
Look at Tony. He said it's all good, Mike. Sharing is caring.
But Joe, you know what? I mean, Jerry Jones providing some hope for Cowboy fans. If I'm wrong, compared to where you were 3 months ago, before the drafting of Caleb Downs at 11 in the NFL draft, he fell to the Cowboys. Cowboys moved up a spot from 12 to 11 to get him. Before all the pickups that they made, the free agent moves that they made on defense, and then bringing in Von Miller, just be honest. Your excitement level for the Cowboys has gone up from a scale of 1 through 10. It was probably a 4 before. Now it's an 8.
Nah, man. I still this Cowboy team, man. I've been through all this stuff before. As a lifelong Cowboy fan, they'll go out there and they'll look good, make these moves, look decent enough. Then the season starts. They win a couple games against some bad teams, and then they play some good teams. And that's all she wrote, Mike. The disappointment is coming. Even though they might look better on paper, they always find a way to disappoint you. What if they get enough wins to go ahead and be like a wild card or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
They go in there and Cowboy fans like, this is our year. This is our year. And then what happens? They crap the bed every time. It has happened time and time again. I'm not going to be doing this no more, man. I'm going to watch the team. I'm going to go ahead and support the team. But my expectations are very low, Mike.
Well, that's good. I mean, because if they do anything this year, they make the wild card, they make a run, then it's all gravy, right? It's one of those things where it's most fun when it's not expected, which is why the Spurs run last season was fun because we were just hoping that they make the playoffs and they made the NBA Finals. If you're just hoping the Cowboys make the playoffs and they make the Super Bowl, the different things, Dak Prescott has not had a good defense ever. I mean, it's been a while. He hasn't had a good defense. It's always been offensive heavy. Can we outscore you 41-38, 48-44? Can we beat you that way? That's been the Dallas Cowboys. You give him some yardage. You give him some good starting positions. maybe the Cowboys pick up more wins than we think, right? Time of possession, you give them more time of possession, some better starting positions. Maybe the Cowboys are better than what we think because that defense isn't going to be stellar, dude. They don't have the personnel to do what Houston's probably going to do this year. The Houston Texans defense is loaded, absolutely loaded, and will keep the Texans in a lot of games and will win the Texans a lot of games. The Cowboys defense has a rising star in Caleb Downs, right?
Yeah.
But are they sneaky enough to just be okay, Joe? Just be decent. Be the 16th best defense in the NFL. Because if they have the third best offense and the 16th best defense, Joe, they're going to be in the playoffs. This is what it is. They can't have a bottom tier defense to make the playoffs because it never happens. It didn't happen last year, dude. It didn't happen that way. But as Sam Salinas reaches out to us on our chat, powered by PHX La Cantera, quoting the late, great George Michael, gotta have faith, the faith, the faith. I gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
And look
Very
at
nice.
this. Look at Tony. Joe thinks Wemby is with the Cowboys. What did the Cowboys and the Spurs both have in common, Mike? When it comes to the biggest
5
game and the
rings.
biggest moment, what do?
Five
They
rings. Five
let
rings. Is
you
that what they have
down.
in common?
They both
5
let you
rings. Is
down.
that what they have in common?
No. When it comes to the big moment and the big game and the lights are shining the brightest, they both let you down.
I don't know. Something tells me the Cowboys are the Spurs are 5-2 in finals history, man. It's just that's
You
a
know what my hot
7-14
take
winning
of the
percentage.
year is before the season even starts with the Spurs? Spurs
Right.
will not return to the NBA Finals.
What's that?
I said my hot take before the season even starts for the Spurs. Spurs will not return to the NBA Finals this season.
That's not a hot take. There's probably only a 40% chance of them making it back to the finals.
Yeah, I think their path is going to be a little bit too hard for them this season, man.
Well, the path is OKC. There's no other path. Let's talk about the Spurs and the path.
That has
the
to do with
finals.
matchups, especially like in the playoffs. Depends on who you get matched up with.
Well, there's nobody that the Spurs have a problem matching up with in the Western Conference. There's not one team the Spurs don't match up well with. You can make an argument on the East Coast. Having a difficult time matching up with the Knicks or matching up with the Sixers potentially. But on the Western side, Denver doesn't scare the Spurs. The Nuggets doesn't scare the Spurs. Minnesota doesn't scare the Spurs. Sacramento doesn't. Phoenix doesn't. Utah doesn't. The Mavericks don't. The Rockets don't. It is OKC or bust. So if you're telling me that the Spurs are not going to make the finals, then that means OKC is. Because there's only 2 teams in the West that have a chance, OKC and the Spurs, so tier 1. And if the Spurs lose to OKC, so be it. That's a great team.
Oh,
They've
man.
won the finals before.
Have
So
I
I
become
don't
the
think it's that
villain?
hot of a
Have I
take.
become the Spurs villain? I just speak truth, man, and everybody gets upset.
No, I don't think that it's that hot of a take because it's difficult to go back to the finals, man. It's a difficult climb. And it puts a lot of miles on the odometer. You need to have health. You need to have some luck. You need to have a hot streak. I mean, look at the Knicks last year. The Knicks weren't the best team in the NBA all year long until the very end, man. They caught fire at the right time. It happens in baseball all the time. You see teams that win 90 games that make it to the World Series and win, and they beat the team that had 102 wins. Why? They just got hot at the right time. The pitching got hot at the right time. That's what happened with the Knicks. They got hot at the right time. They won, and more power to them. They deserve to win. And it's just one of those things where the Spurs right now, there's nobody in the Western Conference, Joe. There's no tier 2. You got a tier 1, and then you got some potentials for things like how good is Cooper Flagg going to be? What leap is he going to take and Dallas move up? Is Houston going to play smarter ball together with a point guard? Potentially. Denver's getting older. Jokic is getting older by the year, man. I mean, just Jokic is getting old. So I'm not looking at anybody in the Western Conference and I think to myself, yeah, that's the team. You didn't have feisty teams out there, dude. The Utah Jazz are getting better. The
Blazers.
Lakers with their all white starting lineup. What's that going to do? Dude, there's nobody in the Western Conference that the Spurs don't match up with, dude. Even OKC, the Spurs match up well with OKC. It's the Eastern Conference that the Spurs might have a little bit of difficulty with, man.
Yeah, you got Giannis over there now with Miami. You got a
Miami.
new look 76ers team. No, things
The
can
big name
things
going
can
over there
change.
is the big name going over there is not LeBron, it's Jalen Brown.
Yeah, exactly.
Jalen Brown's a top 6 player in the NBA.
I think
So
the
you had
biggest
Jalen
question
Brown and
mark
LeBron James together.
for the Sixers though is like, will Joel Embiid remain healthy? I know there was a big old rumor circulating that he
That
was
he got
already
hurt.
out for the season. He got hurt. That was a hoax,
Yeah, it was a
and people
hoax.
got duped with that. Like, come on, man.
So let me ask you this question, Joe, because we had somebody, Sam Salinas, reaching out to us on our chat saying Joker will be playing in Greece after this upcoming season. There was a play made by a European team to try to bring Joker over and say, hey, we'll buy you out from the Nuggets, end your career over there in Europe. And we've seen this in soccer before. We see David Beckham play with the LA Galaxy, and we saw, you know, over with was it Club Miami or Miami FC or wherever that's called for Lionel Messi. Do you think that that's a possibility that these European players go back home to end their career? I don't think they'll do it in their prime. Like I don't think Wemby's going to go back and play in France. I don't think Wemby's going to go but can you see Giannis playing his last 3 years with a Greek team or Jokic doing that? Cuz Joe, the more I think about it, doesn't that make it important for the NBA to expand over there to
It
Europe?
does make it important for them to expand, but expansion is more of a money grab, right? But the
Yeah.
thing is that if you're an aging NFL play or NBA player, should I say, and you're at the end of your career, I think there's more money to be had if you just stay in the NBA versus you go and play with another team. Because if you go with another team, what's the most that they're going to be able to offer you? Because they don't have as much money as the NBA. If you look at it on a standpoint of, okay, do I want to make as much money as I can possibly can before I end my career, or do I just want to go and listen to the heart and go and play for my country, and then end your
Yeah.
career over there? I mean, that's up to the player, but more than likely they want to go ahead and make the money.
Well, we saw the NFL commissioner this past week come out and say that he believes that the NFL is going to expand to Europe. He didn't say maybe one day. He didn't say someday in the future. He says it's inevitable. It's inevitable. So I wonder if that's going to be London. Is that going to be Berlin? Is that going to be Paris? Because all three have hosted NFL games already. I would assume it's going to be London, Joe. I would assume it's going to be London, but it's fascinating because part of it is the travel involved with going over there. If you're an NBA team or an NFL team going to Europe, I always thought, Joe, because I went to Italy this past year, this past summer for my honeymoon. We flew from Houston to Italy, Joe. In my mind, Joe, I thought we were going to go from, we're going to fly to the East Coast of the United States and then travel all the way across the Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
But we didn't do that, Joe. The fastest way from Houston to Italy was what? Going to the Arctic. So we flew north and arrived on the other side. We basically flew through the Arctic to get to Europe. The same thing goes with New York. I like the whole geography aspect of things, Joe. You know what state is the closest to Africa?
What?
Maine. Like our concept of the globe is off. Like what we were taught was off. Maine is the closest state to the continent of Africa. So it's kind of funny. So I don't think it's that far gone to say that it's going to be too difficult to travel because we heard that back in the day, right? Back in the 90s, early 2000s. You can't travel to Paris. It's going to be a bad trip. Dude, the way the planes are these days, they're not flying Spirit. They're not flying, what's that, Breeze? Or what do you call it?
Breeze is legit, Mike.
They're not flying Breeze, Joe. They're
You'll
fine.
see.
They'll be fine.
You'll see. Breeze is nice, man. I'm gonna take pictures when I get on the plane on Wednesday. I'll take pictures and post them on social media so y'all can see how nice it is on Breeze. Being in first class, not sitting with the pores, Mike.
You know, did I ever tell you the first time I ever sat in first class?
No.
First time I ever sat in first class was when I worked for KSAT. They flew me out to the Olympics. And we were there when the Centennial bombing happened there at Centennial Park. It was me, David Sears, and Steve Spriester. And the bombing happened. We were in the park like 2 hours before. and the bombing happened maybe quarter mile away, half a mile away from us. We were actually in line to go eat at a TGI Fridays. I will never forget it. And it exploded. We actually ran towards it, all that stuff. Well, anyway, KSAT eventually flew us back, and they flew us back first class.
Nice.
And I'm sitting there in first class, first time ever. I'm 20 years old, first time at 19 years old. I see two members of the Spurs. I don't remember Joe. I don't know it or somebody going to the back. And I'm thinking to myself, why am I in the first class seat when I saw two Spurs make their way back? I think it was Sean Elliott and some, I don't know, like Jaron Jackson or
Yeah.
somebody like that, dude. Good times, good times.
You
The
know that.
cap alert by Sam Salinas.
Oh God, yeah. Always a cap alert with Miguelito. We got an incoming super chat we got to get to here, and this is from JHNSB.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
So JHNSB, thank you for the super chat. We appreciate it. And he says, if Wemby loses the finals again, if he loses in the finals again, is his legacy hurt?
I don't know. It's LeBron's. LeBron has lost 5 times.
He's always
I
going to be
mean-
remembered how many times he went.
I mean, LeBron. I mean, what is LeBron James's record? Is LeBron James considered to be the second or third best player of all time? The answer is yes, right, Joe?
Yeah.
I mean, whether we like it or not, that is the thing. LeBron James's finals record. I'm looking it up right now. I want to say he's lost 4 times, 5 times. He's 4-6. LeBron James is known as the second best player of all time. He's lost the NBA Finals 6 times. He's been there 10. It's part of it. Not everybody's going to be Jordan going 6-0.
Yeah.
Magic lost finals. Larry Bird lost finals. Tim Duncan lost finals.
He lost
Kobe
one.
Bryant lost finals. You know, it happens. It happens. And again, how many of these guys were going to the championship NBA Finals? If he goes back twice, right? And he's 0 for 2 at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Guess what, Joe? He's still younger than what Tim Duncan was when he got out of Wake Forest. So it's like what it's perspective, Joe.
We
Michael
got it.
Jordan. How old was Michael Jordan when he first won his first NBA championship?
How old was he?
Well, he was 8 seasons in. He played 2
Damn.
years at the UNC. He was 28, 29 years old when he won his first one.
He's
Wemby's
up there.
22. Perspective, man. JHNSB, thank you so much for the chat and for the super chat. And by the way, OG Anunoby, who he brings up because he has. I wake up every morning with 2 things, man: a heart on and a desire to make money. JHNSB wakes up every morning with one thing: a heart on for OG Anunoby. I mean, that gets him. That gets him riled up, hot and bothered, man. He has to fan himself.
Because
OG.
I said something about that, and it was like trolling Spurs fans, and they get so upset about it. But I'm like, they're like, "Oh, OG Anunoby, he was a non-factor in this." I'm like, the brother helped him win a game in the finals.
Yeah.
Nobody boxed him out, just slid right in and just like put the ball right back up, and there you go. That's all she
man,
wrote.
great plays win
You know?
championships, man.
And he
That's
might
great.
have not been the most athletic dude out there on the court, but damn it, he made some damn good plays when it mattered. You know, and what happened with the Spurs? They had no answer for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good player. I've liked OG. You know who liked him? Greg Popovich. Popovich tried getting him a long, long time ago.
Is
OG
he the
Anunoby-
definition of what, sneaky athletic, Mike?
No, he's a very good player, man. He's a very good player. He was,
Yeah.
he was picked in the first round, late in the first round back in 2017. But he's 2-time NBA champion, 0 All-Star games. So he's all NBA defensive teams twice, 0 All-Star games. So I mean, is he a good player? Yeah. Where does he rank in the? There's 30 teams in the NBA. There's 15 players. There's 450 players. He's probably the 50th best player in the NBA.
Look at you, Joy-Con Drift King. Tobias Harris is the OG stopper.
JSSB says OG shot 48% from 3 for the playoffs. No Spurs has ever done that. Yeah, the one that should have won the Finals MVP in 2013. That was Danny Green. Danny Green. If that Ray Allen shot had not gone in, Danny Green was going to be the Finals MVP. And why? Because the dude was on fire. But enough
Damn,
OG on Adobe talk. Who gives a damn? It's over.
Mike,
You
man,
move on. You move on to the next season,
that internet, bro, is killing me, dude. You keep stuttering and
dude.
stopping. You remind me of that old commercial. Remember that old series they used to have back in the '80s, Max Headroom, and he was always glitching.
Well, you, it's funny. I started making phone calls about better internet over here.
Yeah,
I called AT&T for fiber. They don't have it in my neighborhood, man.
bro.
So what's the next step for me, Joe?
Paragon, was it not Paragon Spectrum?
Spectrum,
It's
hardwired.
that Spectrum internet's for the poors, bro. That stuff's always going down, man. That's why if you work from home, you cannot have Spectrum, dude. They tell you that if you have a really good stay-at-home job, you can't get no Spectrum internet, dude, because they know it's
Yeah,
gonna go down all the time. It's like you get Google Fiber, you get AT&T, like I do. You know how many outages I've had since I had AT&T and that AT&T fiber internet? One. And
yeah.
it's because they were doing construction around the corner and they sliced the fiber optic cable.
I like JHNSB coming out and basically proving me right. By the way, so think about that. Think about that, JHNSB. You asked the question: Who has ever shot like that in Spurs history? I gave you the name right off the top of my head. It was Danny Green. It was Danny Green. And he's like, well, he didn't shoot as well as OG. 48.9 to 48.2. They're both stellar, dude. They're both stellar. It's it's
And we,
it's
we
one
got an
shot difference. There's
we got
one
an
shot
incoming
difference,
super
baby.
chat.
Here comes the money.
Right on cue. Thank you, Jason. We appreciate the $10 super chat. Here's $10 from Mike's Conroe Internet. Time to upgrade.
I look at my I because Conroe is kind of like Bernie to Houston. Just that's the equivalent. I would say it's kind of like Fredericksburg, Kerrville to what Fredericksburg and Kerrville, Bernie are to San Antonio, is what Conroe is to Houston. Okay, so it's like I don't have to go to Houston if I don't want to. I can hang out over here. We're an area where there's people here, so that there are two Waffle Houses and there's a couple of Chick-fil-A's and I have two HEBs in this town. It's not rural, but it kind of is. That's just what it is, man.
You know what you need to do, man? You need to just stop with the internet that was it 5G that you have right there. You either do one of two things. You either put a booster to boost the signal.
Dude, I have a booster, man.
It's
I have a
just
booster
bad.
right there. It's right there.
No,
Little
no, I'm
white
talking
booster.
about like you have 5G internet, right? That
Right.
T-Mobile. There's a cell phone booster, right? Cellular booster that boosts the signal, right? So you need a stronger signal because the signal's not as strong there. It's either you do that and you spend a couple $100 and get on the roof and go ahead and put the antenna up there, or you just go and get some freaking Starlink internet, bro, and you're done.
Okay. Well, you know what, Joe? You have to come over here, show me how the studios are put together so I'm not doing it in the kitchen. People are like, okay, well, I'm in a different room. No, I'm just in a different part of the table because I sometimes face this way. I sometimes face this way. But my office is under construction right now.
Yeah.
We're putting things together in there. I'm hoping Cuts by Jones puts together a nice little thing for me so I can light it up, backlight it. We have the screen up. I need to put some sort of what are those cushions there to reflect the sound so it doesn't
Oh yeah,
echo.
the acoustic panels like the ones that I have here in the studio.
It'll be good, Joe. Well,
Yeah,
I'll have it ready by the time the NFL season starts.
yeah.
But Joe, you know what's funny? Yesterday, I was making a calendar of different things that I want to do this football season because, as I told Chica, football season is a thing, man. It warms my heart. I'm a huge football fan. I love going to events, and I'm starting to make a calendar of all the different things that I'm going to do this year. So I can tell Chica this weekend I'm doing this. You can go with me if you want. This weekend I'm doing this. You can go with me if you want. So I've already lined up 3 games to start the season, Joe. My first game that I'm going to go to this year is going to be Texas State hosting UTSA. San Marcos, September 12th, right? Then later on in the season, I'm gonna go to a UH game because I have friends who have season tickets over here. UH is gonna be hosting Oklahoma State. Gonna go to that game. And then UTSA is going to Houston to take on Rice. I'm gonna go to
Yeah.
that game. So those are three games that I've locked and loaded that I know for sure I'm gonna go to. Anyone going to the UTSA Texas State game? Look me up, dude. Let's go party and go get drunk and all that stuff. That's gonna be fun times.
They sent us something in the media share. I'll go and check it out right now. They all stopped disrespecting Mike's cabinets.
You know what? I should do the show by the pool, man.
Oh my God. Somebody did this photo of you. It looks like almost like what would you look like if you had a bald head? Like Manu-esque kind of thing. Jeez, that's scary, dog.
Damn. But you
Like,
see, I'm coming close to 50 and I've got 99% black hair, dude. I don't think I'll ever go bald, man. I don't think I'll ever go bald. It skips generations, man. Both my grandparents, both my grandfathers had long hair or
yeah.
had wavy hair.
You know what I got to do, man? I've been putting it off, man. But one of these weekends, I got to kind of like remodel the studio because I'm going to start doing the show not from this side, right? The control area. I'm actually going to move to the other table, right?
Yeah.
Since we have a better view of everything. You don't necessarily want to see all the stuff that I used to like do a side hustle, like the 3D printer or the Cricut machines and all this other stuff here. This is more of the utility space, this and the other side, because I got two more 3D printers over there that I use to print stuff out and sell or whatever. So I'm going to
Yeah.
go ahead and just get on the laptop over here and start doing the show from that other side. So if you're in studio, we can both sit side by side and be on the same screen at the same time.
We have JHSB saying, pick up the computer and show us your pool. I ain't scared.
Oh God. You say you were gonna do a cannonball, so they said you still owe the cannonball.
I never said I was gonna do a cannonball.
You were gonna do a cannonball. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. He said he was gonna do a cannonball. We do have some news that's gonna be coming out here. Guess what it is, Mike? Guess what
What's going
gets
on?
kicked off today?
What? Tell me.
Little League World Series, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's the kickoff. Look at all the magenta, the little rowdy rags or whatever they put out there for the peeps that are attending. And look at that. Opening day. They posted this about an hour ago. Kids are gonna kick it off, man.
Williamsport, Pennsylvania. I mean, congratulations to the team from Bernie, and they stuck to their guns. You had that team from Oklahoma who was saying that that they deserved to be there, but they got thrown out because of a player that shouldn't have been on the roster. Bernie deserves to be there. It's a once in a lifetime thing. You know what I like about the Little League World Series? These are all 12-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
You watch them on ABC. They step up to the plate, and some of them are like 6'2", 210. They got like they don't look 12, man. Some of these players don't look 12.
They
Some
drove
of them do,
themselves
some of them
there.
don't. And then they sit there and they always say like what their height and weight is, what their favorite movie is, and who their childhood crush is. So mine would have been like Michael Jimenez in high school. Or at that age, it would have been like 5'7", 130. Favorite Hollywood crush is Kelly Kapowski. It would have been it would have been something like that, right? But there's always that one who I don't know is a horn dog. You could tell just by the comments that he makes and the interviews that he gives. It's kind of funny, man. You can have somebody go out there and go, my favorite Hollywood movie actress is Sydney Sweeney, and it'd be like, oh, we Cochino, we got you.
Damn.
Joy Con coming out. My hot take is Bernie won't be back for the League World Series next season. Can you bet on the Little League World Series?
I'm sure you can. I'm
looking it up right now. You can bet on it. Joe, would you ever bet on 12-year-olds playing baseball? Because
no, man.
Oh, well, look at this, Joe. Look at this. There are 1, 2, 3. There are like 10 teams in the Oh my God, no. Let me goodness here. There are 10 teams in here for sports betting. Did you know that Bernie has the second best odds to advance to the World Series, like to win the United States region at plus 400, 4-1 odds. The favorites to win right now is the West Division out of Sweetwater Valley Little League out of Bonita, California, minus 150 odds, dude. They're the odds-on favorite. At 4-1 odds, Bernie Little League. At 6-1 odds, Phoenix City, Alabama. At 6.5-1 odds, Bayonne Central, New Jersey, and then the Great Lakes in Ohio are 10-1 odds. The worst odds belong to Tacoma, Washington's team, just 22-1 odds. You can bet on this, Joe. You're telling me that I could pop open a Michelob Ultra and bet on these games, Joe?
Yeah, but somebody said in the chat the only reason you'd bet on these kids, man, is if you're a degenerate. Can you imagine going to the Little League World Series? You're sitting there in the crowd, you're drinking a Michelob Ultra or something. You pick up your phone and you'll be like, F it, I'm gonna bet on these damn kids. I'm gonna make some money.
I like this article that I'm reading right now. It says, a traditional unlike any other, betting on the Little League World Series offshore.
Jeez,
Give me some action, dude. I mean, isn't that why it's so popular to why college football so popular? Why the NFL so popular? It's because it's the perfect sport to bet on. And for those of you who are like wanting to go to Louisiana to bet on the college or NFL football games, let me know, man. I'll meet out there with you, man. It's only 2.5 hours away.
Hey, man, we got some entertainment news that we got.
Tony Ornalis right here. Tony Ornalis real fast. His comment right here. Mike hates the poors and bets on kids.
And you know what? If you don't want to be poor, you know what you got to do? You got to call Miguelito.
If you need some gambling money, man, if you want to have that disposable income so that you can go to the casino.
Bet on the Little League World Series.
Give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. Man, I've been a financial advisor for 21 years. Me and my business partner, we supervise. We started our practice together back in 2022. We now supervise $48 million out of retirement assets right now. $48 million. We're doing auto and homeowners insurance now. I got a guy who's moving over to me. He had an Allstate policy. He's moving over to me. I had somebody who had a Geico policy that's moving over to me. Make you money, save you some money. If you have questions about life insurance, about an old 401k, want to start up something, you just like, hey, man, I don't have any retirement. I need to get going. Give me a call. I'll point you in the right direction. We'll get things going for you. 210-508-0369. 210-508-0369.
And
Hi, man, 2358 says sweating the 12-year-olds is crazy.
Degenerate segue.
By the way, today's Wednesday. Oh, my God, I thought it was Thursday. Okay, so we have a show tomorrow. Who's going to fill in for me on Friday?
I don't know. We're going to find out. I think I'm going to reach out to Downtown Eddie, dude, and see what's up with him because I haven't seen him for a while, dude. He's been busy.
Yeah. Very cool. He does a
get
good
him
job.
back on. Hey, but I wanted to share this with you guys because we talked about this in our private chat yesterday with the guys.
If you
Rest in peace, man. Rip to what? Columbia House. Remember that from back in the day, Mike? Where you went ahead and you would order your CDs and all that, from Columbia House.
Yeah,
the
first ding on my credit report was Columbia House, man. I didn't pay them.
Let's go ahead and hear what they say. Let's hear what they got to say, man.
If you recognize the phrase 8 CDs for a penny, I have generational news for you tonight. After 71 years and a transition from vinyl to tapes to CD, Columbia House is no more. They once had 16 million members, but streaming killed the mail order star. Last day for orders, September 15th.
Damn. Pour some out for Columbia House.
Courtesy of what?
CBS
or ABC News? CBS Evening News. Yeah, pour one out, man. It was a rite of passage, right? You get to be 18 years old. You open up the magazine. And what the sad thing was that there was, you get, he was wrong. He said 8 CDs for a penny. It was 12. Right? I think what it was 8 for a penny, but if you paid $15, you would get 4 additional for free.
Yeah.
And you would go through the mix there of all the different ones, and there was only like 8 or 9 that you wanted to have. And then you had to like buy 3 or pick 3 CDs that you just didn't give 2 craps about, and it was a random selection of like music. It wasn't like the greatest hits of all time. You'd have like, okay, Boys to Men, okay, but then like, would there be Next, or would there be Montel Jordan? Would there be a Babyface? No, it's not there. You had to go buy Jewel or Melissa Etheridge instead, or Alanis Morissette. They didn't have a full collection. It wasn't like you could pick what you would get over at Sam Goody or Tower Records or whatever the case may be. But it would ruin your credit report, because they then would want you to buy CDs for $30 each, which in today's dollars is like $75 each. No one ever did. How they stayed in business, I don't know. By the way, speaking of music, Ella Langley's Choosing Texas is number 1 on the Billboard 100 for the 18th week in a row, Joe.
Damn.
That's the 4th most successful song of all time. And there's some people who love the song, especially when it first came out. My wife can't stand that song. Like, it's been overplayed for her. But Choosing Texas, 18 weeks in a row. The record for the most weeks in a row at number 1, Joe, is 19. Both of them gimmicky country songs. Old Town Road.
Oh.
By Lil Nas X. Also with Miley Cyrus's dad, right?
Billy Ray.
And then the other one was Shabuzi, the Getting Tipsy, the bar song.
Yeah.
Both of those were 19 weeks at number 1 consecutively. The one song that has the most weeks at number 1, but it wasn't consecutive. It was like a lot of years, and then a few more years, and then a few more weeks, and a few more weeks down the road, is All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. Because that goes number 1 every year. It's been number 1 for 24 weeks, but not consecutively, because, again, it's 2 weeks this year, 2 weeks that year, 2 weeks this year, all that stuff. But, yeah, congratulations to Ella Langley. She's not only does she have the number 1 song still, Joe, she's got 4 in the top 10.
Jeez.
She's having herself a moment.
Having herself a hell of a year, man. We got to go ahead and pour some out. We got a celebrity death, man, to go ahead and report. ZZ Top drummer Frank Beard dead at 77, man. Pour some out if you're a ZZ Top fan.
Yeah, Chica was making fun of me about this one, man, because she was like, "Are you going to mention Frank Beard died? Are you going to mention, because we mentioned Hayden Hayden Panettiere died earlier this week?" So she was like, Frank Beard had the talent, right? Frank Beard was supposed to be playing in a concert 2 weeks ago, but didn't play because of an illness, and he's been missing he had missed a lot of concerts over the past year. Passed away at the age of 77. The other members of ZZ Top, the ones that we know because of the actual long ass beards, released a statement saying that he was the backbeat of this band, that he was the soul of the band, and that he will be missed. But guess what? They're playing this weekend. ZZ Top is going to be playing at Austin City Limits this weekend, because that's one of their favorite places. And they said that Frank Beard would have wanted it that way, that they talked with him before he died, and that they want the band to continue. The bassist passed away about 5 or 6 years ago, but the 2 brothers that have the long beards are still alive.
Yeah, man. So rest in peace, Frank Beard.
Yeah, Jason Garcia with a super chat in honor of Frank Beard.
Here comes the money.
Says Old Man Grito for Frank Beard. Rest in power, he says.
Yeah. And we'll go ahead and do that, man. Give him the Old Man Grito.
Por presumir a mis amigos les conté que en el amor.
Joe, what was your favorite ZZ Top song? Because they were an MTV staple in the 80s, right? Think about how crazy the 80s were, that you had all these different artists, from Billy Idol to Cyndi Lauper to Prince to Michael Jackson. But coming out of Texas, out of Waco, Texas, here come these old dudes, or at least they appeared old to us.
Yeah.
Coming out there singing Sharp Dressed Man.
My favorite
Legs,
song
give me
from
all
them
your
was
lovin'.
Legs, man. You gotta love that guitar riff, dude. That was catchy, man.
Oh, dude, it wasn't the guitar riff. It was the girls in the video, man.
That too, but I'm saying like they were always known for several things, right? In their videos, they always had the guitars and they would spin them around,
They spin 'em
and they
around,
always had
yeah.
the hot rod, right? They always had the hot rod in their video.
Oh, dude, what do they call it? Oh my god, it had a name on the license plate, like whatever it was called, like Eliminator or Annihilator or something like that. I don't know what it was, but I saw that car one time in West Texas, Joe. I don't know if it was them. I like to believe that it was, but I saw that car in West Texas driving from San Antonio to California with my family one time. But the Legs video was, the hot girl at the restaurant, the hot girl at the gas station pumping gas, just
Yeah,
following along. And then that song got picked up by like what hair care shaving products like Nair. She's got legs, she knows how to use them. But the spinning guitar was cool. The little wave that they would do at the end of all the
yeah.
videos.
That was the hot rod that you saw in the video,
Yeah.
the Eliminator.
The Eliminator, that's what it was. How do I still remember that, man?
Because it's an iconic car, bro. That's why.
But the fact that I remember that it was a name, that was cool, man. Good logo, by the way. ZZ
Oh yeah,
logo. They represented Texas very well.
I had
And as
a.
people were pointing out in the chat,
I was gonna say I had a story to share about that because I remember one of my friends was telling me he was at a bar one time. I forgot exactly where he was at, but he ran into one of the members of ZZ Top. And when you would meet one of the
yeah,
members of ZZ Top, they'd give you like a little token, right? And one of the things is they used to give you these little keychains, right? So I remember he met one of the guys from ZZ Top, and the guy talked to him real quick and then gave him a keychain. He had the keychain for a number of years, man. Every time he would bust it out, at the bar or whatever. He's telling the story. He'd be like, "Yeah, man, they gave me this keychain." And it was the logo. It was the ZZ Top logo. It's pretty cool.
that's nice, man. I'm looking at Spotify. What are the top ZZ Top songs of all time? Gonna be honest with you, the number one song that they have on there, I don't remember. 940 million listens of a song called LaGrange. Oh, okay. I've heard it before. I just didn't know that's
Yeah.
what it was called. I hear 5 seconds of that song. So again, number one song that they've ever had according to Spotify, and the most popular one is LaGrange. Number two, Sharp Dressed Man. All the girls go crazy about a sharp dressed man. Okay. Give me all your lovin's number three.
Yeah.
Tush is number four, and Legs is number five. Mexican Junior comes out and says ZZ Top has like 12 good songs. They have hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have hits. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame about 20 years ago, a little bit more than 20 years ago. And it's one of those things where you look at that band and you think to yourself, they made a mark. Like they had iconic songs. They had an iconic look with the beards and whatnot. Funny that the guy that died, his name Beard, he didn't have much of a beard. They had the iconic music videos, iconic logo. I mean, they did it right, man. They did it right, and they still tour and all that stuff, and they'll keep going. Again, they've canceled their shows for this week except for Austin City Limits. So whatever was supposed to go down at the Kickapoo Lucky Eagle Casino ain't gonna go down.
And we do got a incoming picture somebody shared with the media share. Put a bitch of Cowboys. That's how you would go to a game, dude, wearing that sombrero and everything.
I appreciate me having Ron Nuremberg's guns right there, man. It's all the protein.
Oh
Haven't
my
eaten,
god.
haven't eaten in 20 hours, Joe. It's strange because I what's it called? I had a big lunch yesterday. Chica made me. We went to Dickie's barbecue, which is all right. It's all right. And I had a lot of barbecue for lunch, and I had all I had for dinner, which was at 3 o'clock yesterday. All I had for dinner yesterday was I had a crispy taco and one enchilada, no sides. no tortillas, and I had half an avocado. I had a lot to eat. I have not been hungry since, and it's been 20 hours, Joe. So I get
Jeez.
back at 3 o'clock, man. I was kind of like Gino Ortiz Jones's supporters having dinner at 3 o'clock.
You know who else hasn't eaten?
Who's that?
I'm going to show you right now. Our friend of the show, Myra, hasn't eaten. She said she rushed out and forgot her lunch on the counter. She goes, 1 like and I'll order Chipotle. That's her favorite, dude. But I said, you know what? I'm going to text her and I said, like, if we can get you 20 likes, does that mean you're going to get me Chipotle too? So y'all make sure you go out there and you like it. And I'm going to say, I mentioned you on the show. If you get 20 likes, you got to send me Chipotle too.
Nice. GC3 saying 20 hours by choice. It's not hungry. I'm gonna eat after the show though because I got to get something in me. I'll probably just make myself like a ham and cheese sandwich or something like that. But
Yeah.
it's not hungry.
So we have other things to talk about today too. One thing I wanted
Joe. Before we get into anything real fast,
yeah.
just make sure at the end of the day we get into that girl that's going viral
Oh,
on social media.
the Thea.
Okay. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Dude, I
going
couldn't go anywhere on Twitter without people retweeting it, man. Couldn't go anywhere without anyone mentioning her. It was in our group text.
Oh, yeah.
So make sure that we do that.
So this is one thing that we're going to get into, man, after we come back and we give some love to one of our sponsors. Amazon. When my son has seen one of these things in person, they're testing out, right, the drone coming to your house and dropping off small, lightweight packages, right? So they're making their like boxes and stuff a little bit lighter. Then, of course, they're going to be small items that they're going to drop off. It's not going to be something huge. But we're going to get into this because we're in San Anto. And the Marbach people out here, man, where I live too, the Edgars.
They shoot that stuff down.
Oh, bro, when are they going to start the pirating? So we're gonna get into this, and it's going to be funny. But let's go ahead and give some love to one of our sponsors. We'll go give love to P.F. Chang's. P.F. Chang's La Cantera, San Antonio's premier destination for dinner, date night, or happy hour. Enjoy one of their signature dishes, such as the Singapore street noodles, sesame chicken, or Chang's spicy chicken, or their infamous Chang's chicken lettuce wraps, which are delicious, by the way. You can enjoy all this while you're dining in an Asian-inspired atmosphere. And make sure to enjoy the new outdoor patio and try some of P.F. Chang's signature cocktails and drinks during happy hour, Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. P.F. Chang's La Cantera is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
There you go. Lunch just started right now at P.F. Chang's La Cantera. Again, it's hot outside, Joe. It is hot. If you're going to La Cantera to go shopping, you want to chill out for a little while, just make your way into the bar area. Get a drink, get a cocktail, get a Japanese old-fashioned, get a lychee martini, get a jade margarita. Get one of those. You can eat at the bar if you want to, or you can go inside, sit down, hang out with Sean, get some fine dining brought out to you. Fantastic place for to-go action as well. P.F. Chang's La Cantera, and wish Sean a happy belated birthday.
Yeah, happy belated birthday to Sean. And we got an incoming super chat. We'll address that too as we finish our segment here too, because I did have that on the docket as well, William. So this is what I was going to show. Millions more people may be able to get smaller, lightweight Amazon packages delivered by drone by the end of the year. A plan the company has announced Thursday to expand the airborne shopping or shipping to suburban areas in nearly 500 U.S. cities, right? So this is the funny thing. Just like when you have like delivery robots and stuff like that, deliver food and all that to the people. It won't be long before people start pirating these kind of, let's say, vessels, right? Especially like a drone. The Edgars are going to shoot them down, dude. They're going to go ahead and get whatever little package was in there, what have you. It's going to happen, man. I mean, they're talking about porch pirates, right? When Amazon or UPS or whatever comes and drops off your packages, somebody scoops them up and takes off. There's going to be a whole different animal here, Mike. Shooting drones out of the sky, dude.
Yeah, you know it's going to happen because kids will be kids and poors will be poors. You know, I don't want anything delivered by drone. Like I'm good. You bring them, drive up, come up to my porch, drop it off. I don't want anything dropped off by a drone. I told you what happened to Chica the other day, right? At the
No,
swimming pool. I didn't mention this.
no.
Chica had a couple of cocktails, was relaxing in the hot tub that we have here at the house, and she was just kind of like relaxing back, closing her eyes a little bit, enjoying the sun. I came inside to get myself a drink. So how long does it take for me to walk inside? All the ingredients were already there. I just got some ice from the freezer, made myself a Crown and Diet, went back outside. I was gone 2 minutes tops, dude.
Yeah.
It's Crown and Diet and ice. I mean, it just took me 2 minutes, right? I come back and there's a drone hovering over Chica about 15 feet up the air. And the second I came back out, it zipped out. It zipped away. It was hovering over her, dude. And she's there enjoying the hot tub. Stupid drone.
There's
Jay
drones
just
all over
be
the place.
asking the question, Mike. Any worries about AI being able to do your job? Financial advice. The answer is for future generations, yes, but for me, no, not at all. And here's the thing about it: if you have somebody who is like my daughter's age, 23, 24 years old, and you think that you think to yourself, will they use AI technology for financial advice? Yeah, they might. But my clients are all 45 and older. They're not using AI for financial advice. They're either afraid of AI, they don't trust AI, or whatever the case may be. So I'm not worried about it for my career because my career is typically with older people. But I'll say this though, there will always be a need to have someone to talk to. And what AI doesn't do, it doesn't talk to you or counsel you when things are bad. And that's why I'm not 100% fearful of AI in my workspace, because my workspace is about relationships. It's about showing, like, I called the client today to wish him a happy anniversary of being with me, right? I said, hey, you did well this year, blah blah blah. There's nothing to be. Customer service cannot be done by AI. You know, finance is just as much psychological as it is mathematical. So for those who are like, you know, analytical doctors, lawyers, whatnot, they might use AI. But those who are not will forever go to an advisor. Give me a call, 210-508-0369, 210-508-0369. We have Beckham says his brother works for Edward Jones and he uses it. That's great. I use it for advertising. I use it for to create, publications that we could use for, as a summary of what's going on in the market. You can use it for stuff like that. But actually designing accounts and designing cases, I don't trust it. You know why? Because I know the ins and outs of accounts. And there's always a new account out there. And AI is not going to have access to every single thing out there to study or monitor or whatever the case may be. It is what it is.
Yeah, we had an incoming super chat, and this is going to lead us into our next segment here.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And this is from William Van Beckham. Thank you, man. He's saying Brewers beat Mariners 22-0 yesterday in a shutout. And we're going to talk about that right now. I had that on the docket as well.
22-0. That's 3 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion, Joe.
Yeah, check that out. Brewers 22-0 win. Tied the largest shutout victory since the start of the league since 1888. This was bad, Mike. 22-0.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. If you're at the game, at least the home team won, right? Do you stay for it all, or do you leave in the 5th inning when it's like 12-0?
No, I think you'd stay for it all, especially if you're part of the home team crowd, right? The Brewers. This is making history, man. You can say, hey, I was here when the Brewers made history with the 22-0 shutout over the Mariners.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's badass, dude. Congratulations to the Brewers. 22-0. I mean, if you're going to lose a game, Joe, lose it that way. Don't lose a 3-2 heartbreak in the 9th inning. News and notes around the NFL, by the way. Tyler Biadasz, former Cowboy, is out indefinitely. He signed with the Chargers. Suffered ACL damage. Might be out for a long, long time. That's according to Adam Schefter and the Rap Sheet. Alvin Kamara of the Saints out for a month with a sprained MCL. And if you can go on to my Twitter account, Joe,
Yeah.
I just retweeted Adam Schefter's posting of giving some comments about Cowboys first rounder Caleb Downs and saying how good he expects Caleb Downs to be. Let's hear what Adam Schefter has to say on this podcast about Caleb Downs, who the Cowboys moved up
That
from
gives them
12 to 11 to get.
I think the Dallas defense actually could be pretty good. Pretty good. Which, by the way, if they're pretty good, that gives them a really good chance to win that division by being pretty like all of a sudden Caleb Downs looks like he could impact that team. I may be getting ahead of myself here, but he looks like he has the chance to impact the Cowboys defense in my mind the way that Ronnie Lott once impacted the 49ers defense when they drafted him. And that was a year when the 49ers, let's see how good my memory is here, they were woeful on defense, and in particular, the secondary. And in one draft, they selected Ronnie Lott, and they drafted Eric Wright, I believe, and they drafted, I believe, Carlton Williamson. 3 defensive backs. I think I got the defensive backs right, and this was about in 1980, if my memory serves me correct. The 49ers added 3 defensive backs, and they went on to win the Super Bowl, I believe, the next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, Shefty, good for you. Your memory serves you right. You hit the nail on the head in the 1981 draft. Those are the 3 defensive backs that they selected. And in 1982, the 49ers defeated the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl. So bang on. Well done. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. That is exactly what happened.
That was 45 years ago.
All right. So,
So just saying that Caleb Downs could be Ronnie Lott. Now, for those of you who are too young to remember Ronnie Lott is one of the greatest defensive secondary players of all time. You know, it's Ronnie Lott, it's Troy Polamalu, it's those types of guys from back in the day. Ronnie Lott winning those chips in the Joe Montana years there with the San Francisco 49ers. Does that get you excited, Joe? Does that give you a taste of what's to come? Because everyone's saying it, Joe. Everyone is saying, and my Saints got Jordan Tyson, freaking guy who gets hurt every damn year at number 8, and they passed up on Caleb Downs, which pissed me off. Cowboys moved up to get him. They moved up from one spot, 12 to 11. They're like, we're not effing around this time. They wanted to get Patrick Surtain this at the one time, and it didn't happen. They wanted to get J.C. Horn, it didn't happen. They went and got their guy, and I respect that. But everybody's watching Caleb Downs going, Jesus, this guy's good. Now, can he be Ronnie Lott good? I mean, Joe, that changes the whole attitude and complexion of a defense.
it does. I mean, but we're going to see what the Cowboys are going to do. Because, like I said, I've been a lifelong Cowboy fan. And for the past 30 plus years, you've been just left with disappointment after disappointment. So I don't want to get too excited. Just going to go ahead and see what happens with the team. But like I said, I'm still going to watch the game, still going to root for the team. My expectations are just low, so I won't get myself disappointed.
So you're trying not to buy the hype, but the hype is there, man.
Yeah, if they exceed the expectations and they have a great season, so be it, man. You know, but I'm like I said, man, I'm just like looking at what's happened, revisionist history over the last couple seasons. If they just get their defense and they play a little bit better, then that means that they're going to be more competitive. Now, more competitive doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to translate into a lot more wins. It means that your team's going to be overall better, but you still have some other teams that you have issues with. And
Everyone's
there was
saying
a
that-
graphic that was out there, Mike,
Yeah, go ahead.
and it shows like how well does Cowboys perform against some of the better teams in the NFL. And here you go. I'm going to show the graphic right here. And it shows how the Cowboys record fares against every team in the NFL. And it says regular season, postseason, Super Bowl era since 1966-67. And it goes to show you, like, what team would you think that they have a winning record against that's a good team?
Well, it appears as though it's almost all of them. But Green Bay is the one that I know recently has been the one that they can't beat.
Yeah.
And it shows that they have losing records against San Francisco, Green Bay historically, and the worst one being the Baltimore Ravens. But I mean, this was, this goes back in time to 1966, since 10 years before I was born.
Yeah.
So it encompasses a lot. But right now, Joe, the team to beat in the NFC, both are in the same division. So Rams and the Seahawks. They are tier 1 right now. Detroit, if they can get their head out of their ass, and they stumbled last year, could be a team worth looking at this year. Tampa Bay, the disrespect that Baker Mayfield's getting right now, is he going to play happy? Is he going to play scared this year? They're not offering him an extension. He's pissed off about that. The Saints are on the come up, but then Alvin Kamara goes down with an injury. Taysom Hill retires. You look at other teams out there, the Eagles, Jalen Hurts is not as good as he was early in his career. Jaden Daniels gets hurt all the time. Jackson Dart might just does he suddenly suck again? Caleb Williams coming out of the Bears, is that team actually going to materialize into something good? Green Bay, can they get back on track? There's a lot of question marks right now. I think the only thing we can think of right now, and then Bijan Robinson with Atlanta, is Atlanta going to finally turn the corner? You look at the NFC, the two teams that are the best, and then the Niners, are they going to stay healthy for once? Rams and Seahawks, they're the tier 1 of the NFC. Who's going to be the tier 2? If you're going to say that the Cowboys are going to suddenly become tier 2 and be knocking on the door, I wouldn't be surprised, because there's nobody in front of them that is like a no-brainer. That's the positive. That's the hope for the Cowboys, is that there's nobody behind. There's no tier 2 yet to materialize. It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah. But to me, it was kind of surprising to see the graphic and look at, all right, these are the teams that some of the teams that the Cowboys have had issues with, right?
Well, it reminds me of the stat of Tony Parker. Tony Parker has a winning record against all teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
Tony
This is
Parker
true.
did not have a losing record against any team in the NBA as starting point guard for the Spurs.
Look at that Baltimore Ravens one, though, man. 1-6, Mike.
I know, man.
Damn.
You know why? They're playing on grass over there.
The natural grass. That's the deal
Denver
killer.
on grass. Green Bay on grass. San Francisco on grass. Look at that, Joe. The 4 teams that they have the worst record on grass.
Yeah.
And you know what the Cowboys still haven't solved? That stupid curtain or lack of curtain there
Oh,
at Jerry World.
you know what's funny about that, Mike? When they have a WWE event, a wrestling event, guess what goes up?
They cover it.
They cover it. They cover that one area, that window with the curtain, a big old drape they have, and they do have one in the stadium. They just don't use it. Jerry's like, nope, that's an advantage for us. No, it's not, Jerry. Just put the drapes over that. They purposely designed the stadium so that would happen. That's stupid. It's dumb. You lost your audio, Mike.
Sorry, I coughed and I muted myself. I apologize. It is stupid, Joe, because it makes no sense. Because they're like, well, it affects the other team. It affects your own team, man. It's so stupid. There's no other stadium that has that. It's not like it's one of those things where you look at it and you think to yourself, we're gaining an advantage. It's a home field advantage for having it. It's detrimental to the Cowboys as well. It's bad.
Yeah.
Joe, a couple of years ago was the Hawk Tua girl that got everybody all riled up and excited.
Nice, man.
And now it's, I don't know, you're calling it someone's Thea?
Uncle Becky, Aunt Becky.
Miss Becky. Aunt Becky, explain to me why this Thea's going wild and is catching fire and going viral on social media.
Do you have the video or the post?
Oh, dude, it's all over the place. Let me see if I can find it.
Go ahead and repost it, and I'll show it. I don't know. It's the eyes, dude. I guess she was some. They said it was Becky from like HR going to
I just posted it.
The work function, right? After work, the happy hour.
Getting drunk at happy hour or the Christmas party. And everyone's asking the question, do guys like her or not? It's hysterical, dude. I have seen this video like 10 times.
Jeez.
Because it's toxic, Joe.
What the hell?
So it starts off okay at the beginning.
The eyes don't lie, Mike.
And
Live on them eyes.
then it's that weird smile, and then the
Oh, yeah.
stare.
No, man.
Now, what drug is she on, man? That's not gin and tonic, man. That's not 7 and 7. That's not vodka soda. That is
Maybe she's doing the cocaína, dude, in the restroom. She did a bump. Did a bump.
that's exactly what it is. And we have a super chat coming in from Sam Salinas.
Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Thank you, Sam. We appreciate it. Wood. Cochino.
But why is
Oh.
she going viral, man? What is it about this that made it go viral? I understood why the Haktua girl went viral because that was funny. That was hysterical. This is just some random chick staring into the camera, and she ain't even that hot. What's going
No,
on there?
she's just a little crazy, dude. I don't know, man. They're gonna be using
Yep.
this as a GIF or something somewhere. She kind of
Mario
creepy, bro.
Cavazos saying cocaine is a hell of a drug. So last night, my brother-in-law and I were working on putting together furniture here at the house, and I decided to put on a movie on TV. I was not familiar with Tubi, by the way. I mean, I've had it before. I've gone on Tubi,
Yeah.
but I had never gone through the whole thing. I mean, Tubi is just basically like Pluto TV. You know, you has a library of movies and TV shows, but you have to sit through like 4 minutes of commercials every 15 minutes, right? But I put on Speed, Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock,
Oh god.
classic movie.
Yeah.
And Jeff Daniels. Who's the bad guy in Speed? What's his name again?
Let's
I
see.
can't believe.
He's an actor that's
It's a
already
famous
passed away.
famous actor. It's not Dustin Hoffman. It's
I'm gonna look it up. Dennis Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. There you go.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
gets his head cut off at the end. Remember?
Yeah, and then Keanu Reeves leaves a line. He has a stupid one liner. You know, he lost his head or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the movie, and it's funny who is inside the bus on Speed beyond Sandra Bullock. Alan Ruck is on there, who played from Ferris Bueller's Days Off. He's Cameron Fry.
Yeah.
He's annoying to Sandra Bullock in this movie, right? But then the Latino in there is the guy who played Popeye from Blood In, Blood Out. And I was like, hey, is that Popeye? And but we're all laughing. He's going to ask Keanu Reeves for some chon chon. That was hysterical, Joe. That actor, man, he had a moment. Yeah, Sam Smith says Popeye is in it. Yeah, I spotted him. I was like, dude, that guy's in 2 good movies, man. Not just one. He's been in 2.
God. You know, I had some news here for some of our peeps here that are soccer fans. Guess what the city of Houston is doing, Mike?
What's that?
Downtown Houston just reposted this right on their X page about yesterday. And it says, take home a piece of World Cup excitement. They're giving away oversized banner flags from 10 World Cup nations with a limited number available for each. So if you want to
That's
go and
pretty
learn how
badass.
you can maybe take home a piece of that history,
That's
there you
badass.
go. What are you going to
That-
do with the 6-foot by 10-foot flag from another nation? You going to display this proudly in your dwelling?
Well, I mean, if it's your nation, I mean, why not?
That's a lot of
Eh,
flags, dude.
That is, man. I've been going to various places like Dick's Sporting Goods, Foot Locker and stuff like that. All the expensive stuff that they had for World Cup is now like 70-80% off. I found a Spurs hoodie in Conroe for $6 the other day, man. So I got that taken care of.
Yeah, I had a
go.
nice remember the nice World Cup towel that I had? USA,
Yeah.
Team USA.
Yeah,
Guess who took that away from me?
your niece.
My niece. I was folding clothes one time when she was here, and I just took something out of the dryer. And I took my flag out, and she's like, "Hold on, let me see that." And she goes, "That's mine." And my sister-in-law says that she uses it all the time. She likes it because it's nice and big, you know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh God!" And so the last time I saw that damn towel, it's gone.
saying now segue to the start of the English Premier League season this weekend. Just a quote, super bad. Soccer, dude. Get over it. It's I now cannot care about soccer. That's what the great thing about it being over. I'll go to dude, when's the next SAFC match? Like someone posted, Matt, you're in the chat. I'll go to SAFC. Okay. I'll find a way to make my way to San Antonio, go see some clients, go see my kids.
It'll be
and go
August
watch the
22nd.
SAFC. That's enough. That's
Let me
enough
see.
time for me to go.
That's the match, but I think they might be on the road on that one. I think the next time would probably be the 29th. Is when they have another home game.
I don't know, man. Like, someone explain to me the English Premier League. Like, give me the teams that are in the English Premier team. Is it like,
God.
Is it Man U? Is it Barca? Who are the teams out there that I need
Man
to be looking out
United,
for?
you know, Ipswich Town, Sunderland, Arsenal.
Is it Tottenham Hotspur?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, how about this, Joe? I pick a team.
Okay.
I'll pick a team. I pick a team. Okay, so that's the English Premier League, right? Let me see. English Premier League. Is that what they call it? Premier League standings. I will pick a team.
Look, they said this Saturday is a home game versus Oakland.
Let's see here. They're all done by alphabetical order. I mean, I've heard of Arsenal. I've heard of Chelsea. I've heard of Liverpool and Man City and Man U.
Tottenham Spurs is part of that.
Do I pick them because it says Spurs?
Nah, I've liked Tottenham Spurs. I've been a fan of them for a while. I might go with Sam Salinas to go watch him play one time here. They play early though. It's like 10 or 11 o'clock, dude, in the morning.
Okay. I guess I'll pick the Spurs. And then I'll have as my Sancha team. I'll say that Everton is my Sancha team.
I'm surprised you
Okay.
didn't pick Arsenal FC because you like their logo because it has the cannon on it.
Well, I mean, that's the basic one. Isn't that like picking the Yankees or the Dodgers? Isn't that what that is? Where are these teams from?
Rafa, Tottenham sucks, and then Sam says Saturday 11:30. I told you it's early. You'll be drunk by like at least 1:30, bro.
Whatever team Holland is on is what Joy-Con says. AFC Richmond. I mean, come on, man. These are small towns in England. Is that what we're cheering for over here?
Yeah.
Come on.
The English Premier League. But you know, the one thing is like with these leagues, if you don't make enough points, like if you don't score enough points, you get demoted, bro.
Yeah. That's funny.
Hey, I wanted to go ahead and give some love real quick to Hard Rock Cafe. Then after that, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about Wemby. And has Wemby had a growth spurt in the offseason?
Again?
Right? We'll talk about that, when we come back. The Hard Rock Cafe, San Antonio is Riverwalk dining at its best. With great scenic views, along with its amazing collection of rock memorabilia, there is something for everyone. Enjoy happy hour weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. with $8 and $10 appetizers, $5 domestic drafts, and $6 craft import drafts at the bar only. Try some of the Hard Rock Cafe's legendary steak burgers, or my personal favorite, such as the grilled salmon or baby back ribs. Make sure to visit the third level and enjoy the DJ as you take in the city skyline. The Hard Rock Cafe is a proud sponsor of the Area 210 podcast.
All right, just hearing all the food that they have over there, suddenly I'm getting hungry, Joe. They mentioned baby back ribs. Dude, I love me some barbecue, man. Oh, they got me going, man. Go check out the Selena, was a speakeasy that they have over there over at the Hard Rock Cafe San Antonio. Thank you so much for hosting our events as well, Joe.
Yeah. And we got some news here about Wemby, man. So Wemby's been named El Capitán. He's been named the captain of the French national team. Sounds like okay, go good for Wemby. But then there's also rumors abound that Wemby has had a growth spurt in the offseason because the French team is listing Wemby now as 7'6". Some rumors say that he's as tall as 7'7". So that means that if it's 7'6", he grew 2 inches over the summer.
He might have been 7'6" all along, man.
Damn.
Can you imagine if Wemby, Castle, and Harper both grew 2 inches over the offseason?
No.
Then if that actually happened, JHNSB will be like, "Who's gonna be guarding OG Anunoby?" Right? That's all he's gonna say. That's all he's got. That's all he's had. That's all he has. That's all he has.
Yeah, they said he towers over Gobert. Gobert, they have him listed. I think
does.
it's 7'1", and now they show Wemby, and if he's, they show him in the picture,
He's
and
up to
he's
his
towering.
chin. He's up to his chin.
Yeah, I'm just like, damn. So he
Well,
just towers over Gobert.
You've seen David Robinson, and Tim Duncan look up to him.
Oh yeah.
That's funny, dude.
So if in fact, the rumors are true, that means that Wemby grew. But, like you said, he could have been 7'6" the whole time. They just listed him.
Well, there is a
7'4".
reporter that's in San Antonio who has posted photos of her. I don't know who she's with. I think she might be with like the Spanish-speaking stations or whatnot. But she interviewed Wemby on Media Day in year 1, 2, 3, and now going to be in year 4, and takes the same photo with him, but he is taller and taller and taller every time she takes a photo with him. So it's kind of like measuring. She was up to his chest and is now up to his stomach. He's getting lower and lower as time goes on.
I wanted to show this video too. I had this that was circulating on Insta, right? I saw it on Insta, and I've seen it since like a day or two ago. But this is courtesy of, what was it that I get this part of? Oh, As Seen in SA. So I saw this on Insta, and they're showing video of this guy that's jumping into the Riverwalk. Look at that, man. I mean, I hope he knows it's only like 3 or 4 foot deep.
I know, man.
That I smell a tetanus shot in his history, man, coming up.
Hey, did you see the fight over at Wrigley Field?
No.
There was a big old fight that happened at Wrigley Field, man, and there's photo of it all over the place. It happened over the weekend or earlier this week, and it was ridiculous, man. Okay, I'm gonna repost one of them on
Oh,
Twitter.
I see it here.
Like some of the angles are wild, man. This guy's getting his ass handed to him, and no one's doing anything to stop it, man. The guy had like 13 punches to the guy's head before somebody stopped in the way, before security arrived.
Let's go ahead and post this. I see it here.
At a baseball game?
There you go, Miguelito. I'm not going to play the audio for obvious reasons, but
Someone screamed at one of the fights over there, twist him by the balls. Isn't that crazy that this crap is happening at a baseball game? You can go to Cowboy games, dude. The idea of taking your kids to a Cowboys game is stupid because I have never been to a Cowboys game where there hasn't been fights in the stands. Why are Cowboy fans like that, dude?
There we go. There we go. That's it. All hell broke loose now.
At a baseball game. At a baseball game. The Edgars have arrived at Wrigley Field.
Toma. Oh, man. These guys getting jacked, bro.
That guy in blue got pelted like 30 times, man.
He's sitting down still getting punched. Come on, bro. Fight back, dog. Now here they come. Hey, what's going on? Break it up. Now he stands up. Oh, Catiao. Nombre, bro.
That stuff doesn't happen behind the plate where Chica likes to sit. Where does it happen, Joe? In the cheap seats, Joe.
Yeah. You know what we need to do after this? After seeing this video, we got to play the sicko guy, man.
Todos me pegan toda la pura verga. Me trepan a la verga. Mira.
You know who wouldn't have gotten their ass kicked? That guy. The sicko guy.
You would have fought him off.
He would have fought him off, bro.
Tony Law says those guys are from. If you know, you know.
From Pin Road. No, mom is, dude. That's hilarious, man.
Joy-Con says Cowboy fans grow up to be the Sitco man.
Security look like idiots too. Yeah, dude, they ain't trying to get into that, dude. They let everything happen and then they be like, hey, hey, hey. It's just as funny as the air horn, right? At Cowboys practice when everybody's fighting. Beep. What are they gonna do? Security's gonna blow a whistle? You know? Like anybody's
you know
gonna
what my
listen.
favorite videos are? Well, my favorite videos are sometimes on social media is when you see those guys that are being bullied and they're getting punched on and they're holding it back, and then they beat up the bully. Dude, I love those videos, man. Where it's like the fat kid in middle school or high school who's getting bullied by the skinny bully guy, right? And
Yeah.
he's pelting him, and then he gets suplexed by the fat dude. I love those videos, man. Love them.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to start bringing our show to a close. We've been going on for about an hour and a half now, man. But I gotta get to work.
Man, Joe, I had 15 more minutes left in me, man.
No, dog. I gotta get to work, man.
All right.
We've had a lot of things happening at work lately, man. So
We're doing the show again tomorrow together on Thursday, Friday, maybe downtown Eddie, maybe Sean coming and filling in. Chica and I are going to yet another casino. We're going to go to Denver, Colorado, and we're going to go see Carlos Santana perform this weekend. So it's going to be badass.
yeah, I'll see if I can get Sean in, man. It'd be nice to have Sean in studio on Friday.
Very nice. Very
I
nice.
said Sean forgets what we look like. I told Alex the other day because we're talking with Sean, and I told Alex, I said, Alex, do you think Sean remembers what we look like? And Sean starts laughing. This guy. But Sean's been busy because he's a new grandpa now, so they're getting making a good transition over there, getting used to the baby and everything. You know, I'm like, new baby, you want to spend all your time with the baby. I understand.
Jonathan C says, that's what Mike tells Chica. I had 15 more minutes left in me. Sometimes, man, sometimes.
Oh my God, Mike, please.
What? I didn't say anything. I love Chica.
Oh my God, man. Well, that's a show, bro. We'll go ahead and talk to you boys tomorrow. We'll have some more news, sports, entertainment news for you guys. And maybe we'll be talking about our predictions for Bernie in the Little League World Series because they're going to go
Our
ahead
bets,
and play on Friday.
Our prop bets.
Our
Our prop bets.
We're going to be degenerates. All right. You boys stay
See you later.
safe. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.